Today I'm going to break down exactly how you should dress for a wide range of job interviews, no matter what the field, to make sure you make the best first impression. Whether you're interviewing for a corporate position, a creative role, or a startup job, the right outfit can help you stand out and show that you understand the company's culture. So stay tuned as we go through a step-by-step breakdown of everything you should wear on that job interview to feel confident, look professional, and make sure your wardrobe works for you no matter what the interview situation. Now, if you're new here, welcome, Jeff, your Style O.G. On this channel, we discuss various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. If any or all those topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Chris Hall, salute. We're going to start off our breakdown on exactly how to dress for any job interview at the most formal level, the corporate, finance, or consulting position. Now, in industries like law, finance, or consulting, professionalism is paramount. That's why it's typically expected that you're going to wear formal attire. What do we mean by formal attire? A suit, a dark suit. Think navy, charcoal, black, and a solid color suit is ideal. Avoid bold patterns. If you are going to wear a pattern, a subtle pinstripe or check is usually acceptable. Dress shirt on. You want white or light blue. This will give you a fresh, polished look. Make sure it's ironed and wrinkle-free and stain-free. Then I highly suggest you wear a tie. A conservative tie like a solid colored one. A solid colored one that complements the suit you're wearing. Then let's break down the shoes. You want to wear polished black or dark brown dress shoes. No loafers, no casual shoes. And when it comes to accessories in a corporate, finance, or consulting job, minimal at best. A classic watch, and if you're married, your wedding ring. But other than that, no other accessories in my opinion. A little bit about your presentation when you walk in. Make sure your suit is pressed and dry clean. It fits well in the shoulders and the waist. Make sure your shoes are polished, your hair trimmed, and your nails are clean. Now let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum and talk about what my blue-collar brothers should wear on their trade or labor interview. In situations like trade jobs, labor-intensive positions, a full suit is excessive. You want to wear something that's clean and functional and shows that you're ready for hands-on work. So what does that include? Let's start with the shirt. You want to wear a plain or lightly patterned button-down shirt, or if it's warm weather, a polo shirt, preferably in a dark color to avoid showing stains. Now for your pants, you can go with chinos or dark jeans. Both of these are acceptable as long as there's no distressing or they're not overly casual. Now for your shoes, I recommend a solid closed-toe shoe or a leather work boot, especially if there's a chance you will visit the work site. For accessories for my blue-collar brothers, a classic watch and a plain leather belt. That's it. And when you're interviewing for these labor-intensive or trade jobs, you want to primarily focus on practicality over formality. You want to prioritize a neat, clean, and functional look, especially because for some trade positions, cleanliness and attention to detail are very important. Now let's talk about what you should wear for a creative field interview. I'm thinking things like media, design, advertising. Now in these situations, you get a little more leeway for expressing your style. Go ahead and show a little bit more creativity, but make sure you keep it professional and refined. Now for a shirt, I would consider a stylish button-down or polo, or if in colder weather, I might even throw on a nice turtleneck. Darker or unique colors can work very well. Now for your pants, I would wear some nice slim fit chinos or dark jeans. These are typically acceptable if they're well maintained and free from rips and distressing. And as an option, I might throw on a blazer on top of that outfit. One with a bold color or pattern can add a bit of flair, especially if it complements the rest of your look. Or I might even throw on a casual leather jacket if it fits the company's culture. Now, as far as shoes, I recommend something like some nice leather loafers, some ankle boots, or some stylish dress shoes that can add some flair to your look without it being overly formal. Now, when it comes to accessories for my creative guys, feel free to express yourself through your final details. Maybe a unique watch, a subtle bracelet, or some patterned socks. Remember, when you go in there, creative fields encourage individuality. Feel free to show a little bit more expression of your personal style, especially through things like patterns, color, and accessories. But make sure your choices reflect thoughtfulness and aren't too far out there that they cause distraction. Now, what if you have a customer service or retail position interview? In these customer-facing positions, being polished and approachable is the key. Now, in these situations, casual attire can work, but it's really based upon the company's image. What do I recommend? Let's start with the shirt. A neat button-down shirt or a polo in a neutral color is preferred. And you want to make sure you avoid any obvious logos unless it's related to the company. Now for your pants, I would go with chinos or dress pants. You probably should avoid jeans unless you're sure it fits the company's dress code. As far as shoes for a retail or customer service position, you want something that's polished but comfortable. I'm thinking something like loafers or derbies, something that shows you have an attention to detail without being too formal. As far as accessories for a customer service or retail job, keep it simple. A leather belt, a classic watch, this is probably as far as you want to go. You don't want your accessories to be distracting. And when you walk into interview for this job, remember customer service positions focus on approachability. So what you want to keep in mind, you want to have a neat and friendly appearance. And another major key, make sure you're smiling and have good posture. This will enhance your professionalism. Now let's talk about a type of interview that's happening more and more no matter what the field in our modern day. What should you wear for a virtual or remote interview? Now, even though the interview is remote, what you wear is still important. It will impact your confidence and the impression you make on screen. So what exactly should you wear for a virtual interview? Let's start with the shirt. I would stay with a simple button down or a nice sweater. One in a solid medium tone is preferable. I would avoid bright white or bold patterns, which can be very distracting on camera. And for a virtual interview, I recommend throwing on a blazer on top. This will enhance your professionalism and make you come across as more serious, especially for formal roles. And we still need to talk about pants even though it's a virtual interview. Even if you're only going to be seen from the top up, I believe wearing chinos or dress pants just puts you in a professional mindset. Now, as far as accessories for a virtual interview, you definitely want to keep it minimal. Maybe a classic watch. You want to avoid any accessory that can distract or even worse, make noise. Now let's talk a little bit about the presentation in this virtual interview. You want to focus on having good lighting and position yourself in front of a clean, neutral background. It can enhance your confidence and help you convey professionalism, even virtually. How about if you have a tech or startup interview? In these fields, a more casual approach is usually acceptable. I'm thinking casual or maybe even smart casual. But remember, it's still important that you look sharp. What do I recommend? Well, for a shirt, maybe a lightly patterned or solid colored button down. Or if the weather is a little cooler, I might throw on top a fitted sweater or a cardigan. As far as pants, I would go with chinos or nicely tailored pair of dress pants in a neutral color. Think navy, gray, khaki. These will help you strike a nice balance between casual and formal. And once again in this situation, a great optional choice, throw on a blazer. This can help elevate your outfit without coming across as too stuffy. As far as shoes for a tech or startup job, I like a nice pair of leather loafers, some brogues, or even some minimalist sneakers, as long as they're not too trendy, casual, or athletic. And as far as accessories for the startup interview, keep it simple again. A classic watch and maybe a leather belt that matches your shoes. Now, tech companies, they usually value creativity, so feel free to express a little bit more style with this outfit. However, you still want to prioritize looking neat, clean, and well put together over being too casual. Even if you notice the company's employees dress down. Now let's get into what I believe you should wear for an education or nonprofit interview. Now in these situations, they generally lean towards business casual, although expectations might differ. For a teaching role or maybe a community-based nonprofit, you want to prioritize approachability and being polished at the same time. For the shirt, I will go with a classic button down in white, blue, or maybe a pastel. However, to make sure the color that you pick isn't overly bold unless it matches the company's image. As far as pants, here once again, chinos or dress pants in neutral tone. And in some situations, a nice slim fit dark jean is acceptable, depending on the company, of course. Now, as far as shoes for nonprofits, think polished yet comfortable. I'm thinking loafers or Oxford in black or dark brown. As far as accessories for this category, keep it minimal just like a lot of the other categories. Maybe a classic watch, but in this situation, small pin that shows you support the organization, that's a nice touch. Now, what you want to prioritize for these education or nonprofit jobs, being neat, polished, and approachable. Now I want to give you a few final tips no matter what the job interview. Very important, make sure your clothes fit well. Clothes that are too tight or too baggy, very distracting. And it's also very important that you pay attention to your grooming. Trim your hair, groom your facial hair, clean and trim those nails. Attention to your grooming shows respect for the interviewer and the opportunity. And no matter what I've recommended that you wear throughout this video, make sure you wear an outfit you can wear with confidence. The right outfit can make you feel confident and positively impact your demeanor. And one of the things I highly recommend everybody do, no matter what the field you're interviewing on, Do some research. Possible, take a look at their social media or their website. This will give you an ability to gauge the style of the company. Tailoring your attire to the role and the company culture shows that you're prepared, respectful, and you're enthusiastic about the opportunity. Okay, so there you have it. Exactly what you need to wear for just about any type of job interview. Now do me a favor, let me know in the comment section any job interview tips you have for the Style O.G family that you think might be helpful to land that position. And if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, I highly recommend you check out a recent video I did about the 8 style of shoes every grown man should have in their rotation. You can check it out right here.